How loud should you actually monitor when you're mixing, mastering or producing, making long hours in the studio? How can you be assured that you have the right monitoring level for the best possible decisions? Let's talk about that in this video today. Alright, so the reason for this video today is the Orlabs OR1 that was sent to me. This is a very simple box. There's a microphone on top. It has an aluminium case. Feels very premium. And yeah, I really like the design. One button at the front, USB-C on the back, and 100-hour battery life in this little thing. Nothing on the bottom. This is just what it is. And then it shows you the dB level in the studio. And next to that, it also changes colors if you are monitoring too loud. And yeah, it gradually changes from green, which is safe, to red, which is harmful for your hearing. I've used this device for a couple of weeks now, and I have to say it's been very useful. I always already had the feeling that I was monitoring at a consistent level, and I think I was, but now I'm way more sure. So how do I use this little thing? How can you use it? And how does listening to certain monitor levels influence the way that we're hearing things? That's what I want to talk to you about today. If you're new here, hey, what's up? My name is Bram Fidder. I'm an EDM mastering engineer here in my dance mastering studio, This Mix is Sick, located in Amsterdam. I handle over 1,000 masters on a yearly basis for some of the world's biggest DJs. If you're interested in real-world mastering insights, gear reviews, techniques, deep dives, everything mastering, then definitely subscribe here on YouTube. Alright, so let's start with dBA, because this little box measures dBA. There's a difference between dB and dBA. There's also dBc, which is following the same principle. dB is sound pressure, so pure pressure from sound waves. dBA is weighted sound pressure. This means that it reacts a little bit different in order to replicate the ear of humans. So it basically shows you how loud humans perceive that sound. It's the same as RMS and LUFS, for example. RMS treats all frequencies equally, and LUFS is weighted towards human perception. And this is exactly where it gets important, because your ear is an organ. There's thousands of micro hairs inside the ear, and they sense the audio and then tell your brain what you're hearing. This is an extremely important element in making the right moves during mixing, mastering, production, especially of course during mastering and mixing, because then it gets really critical. And yeah, when I master a record, that's basically the last stage that a track can be adjusted, or that resonances can be filtered out, stuff like that. Little clicks need to be caught, catched, and it's really important to have proper hearing. Now, your ear has protective systems inside. So if you're listening to something super loud and super bright, then your ear will basically apply a low pass on your entire hearing. This is temporarily hearing loss, and it's a way of protecting your ear from damage. When does this happen? So this little box uses the number 85. Anything above 85 can really cause damage to your hearing. But even lower than that, for long periods of time, definitely makes you lose objectivity. How do I use this little thing? I love monitoring really quiet during mastering. I think it's one of my secret weapons in mastering, is actually that I'm very limited in allowing myself to listen to something super loud. I do listen to things really loud if I, for example, need to feel how the drop hits, or when I want to experience how the low end drives, when I want to evaluate like sub-micro dynamics, like little moves that I need to perfect in order for the master to be where I want it to be, then I definitely drive things up. But the majority of the time, I'm not making those type of decisions. And then I'm monitoring quiet, and I love monitoring as well in mono. So I definitely advise to have a mono switch. Every dog can really easily set this up. This is really important. So the numbers, 50 dBA for quiet working moments, that's what I'm following. 65 for moments where I want to monitor a little bit louder. And if I go into the louder end of monitoring level, then I'm from like 70 to 80, and 85 is really the max. And then I'm not even talking about like 10 minutes, then I'm talking about like short bursts where I really wanna just listen and decide whether I need to make a move, or whether it is where I wanna have it. So yeah, that's the levels that I follow. But then it's important to think about your own situation. Like, I'm mastering more than 1,000 records per year. Some days are, or actually like most days are over 10 hours long. So it's very normal for me, and I want to make the best master in the first 5 minutes of my working day and the last 5 minutes. It shouldn't differ at all when I'm making the master, and I just want to stay objective the entire day. So yeah, better decisions. That's number one, and the biggest reason why I think a dB meter in a studio is an essential. Of course, you can work without it and just remember, like, okay, level 3 is quiet, level 5 is a little bit louder, but then that's not really accurate, because it of course depends on the source material. So better decisions, your ears stay more objective. Better decisions, better masters. That's the number one biggest reason. Second is hearing damage. This little thing has a multicolor screen. So if it's green, you don't even have to read the number. If it's green, you just know everything is good. There's no issues. If it turns yellow, then you know, okay, I'm starting to monitor at a bit of a louder level. And if it's red, you just know that you need to be really cautious that you're not listening at that level for too long. So yeah, preventing hearing damage, it's really important. If you're a producer, engineer, DJ, if you're doing front of house, I think this is just really essential. And then awareness and consistency, and that's already what I flagged a little earlier. It is a extra layer for me to know on Tuesday morning 7 a.m. or on Thursday evening 8 p.m. that I'm listening to something at the same level. I just want the highest level of consistency for myself, instead of, like, if we take a situation where you would like monitor super loud, at the end of the week you will hear everything more dull. So what will happen at the end of the week? You will crank the high end more, and that's exactly what you don't want. Because, and you 100% you've seen these videos, like, at the night you're mixing the track, you're producing the track, next day it sounds not how you expected it to be. And having like not objective hearing, that's just one of the biggest reasons why that occurs. So and I just love that this little thing, it's around $130 depending on where you live, of course. It's simple, it's fast, It works. You almost never have to charge it, and you don't have to read the number to see if you're in the safe zone or in the danger zone. You just can see from while focusing on your plugins, focusing on your analog EQs, you can just see the color change, and that's extremely helpful. And I didn't expect that to be such a important element of this thing, but it definitely is. And I highly advise to and I of course got this unit, but still I sometimes get sent things as well, then I test it, and then when I'm not really excited about it or when I don't use it myself, I wouldn't share it here or advise you to get it. This 100% I advise this to my colleagues as well. This is awesome. This is a little box, tells you how loud it is, super clear, nice design. Yeah, I really like it. So let me know in the comments how you manage to monitor at the right level, or if you don't have any idea and just crank it. I'm super interested to hear how you approach that, and if you use dB meter yourself in the studio. Simple little video on that subject. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.